Good morning, going live again. It's been a long time since I haven't done anything on YouTube, and generally because it took too much time. So I decided, okay, I'm not gonna do any editing or anything. I'll just go live and do whatever I'm doing now that I think will be interesting for the people. So now, a new single from Deep Purple, which were my first band, was a tribute to Deep Purple. Well, not my first band, but one of the first bands. It was a tribute to Deep Purple in the 90s. And then you had to learn the Ritchie Blackmore riffs just listening to the CD and over again. But nowadays we have YouTube, we have Ultimate Guitar, we have wow, so many applications that can help us. So to explain what I do it with I do the Ultimate Guitar. I spend a lot because the officials there are really accurate. The only thing sometimes is the guitar is not, the fingering is not correct, but usually the notes are, everything's correct, and you also see what the drummer plays, what the bass plays, the whole song. Now the thing with the new single, Arrogant Boy of Deep Purple, they still haven't come to making an official. There's no tablature, there's nothing, there's only the chords. So then what I do, I use YouTube. Traditionally I've always just gone to lower the tempo in settings, and now a friend told me to show me an application or an extension to the Chrome, which is Transpose. So if you go to the Chrome web store and search Transpose, you get this application. I don't know if you see this anyway, but it's called Transpose. So every YouTube song or every YouTube clip, anything, I can go up here to this yellow square when it's up and down, and I get the window where I can transpose and pitch. Also, if it's not exactly A440, some songs are recorded above or below, whatever, and also the tempo, so I can figure out the songs easier. And there's also a loop, so it's perfect. If I just want to hear the single riff by Simon McBride, I can do it slowly, one by one. And then let's see the song. The first riff, it's perfect. It's A minor. We're back in older, deeper. Well, it's quite speedy. On an A, we have the F power chord. It'll be like this, where we just do the third and fourth string on the 10th fret. And then on the 7th fret, we have the D. And then we have, you could call this a G, and then a D, because we have the D and the F sharp, which is the third of the D major. And then the downward motion in the A minor scale. So we are in A minor now, clearly A minor, but it's not the Aeolian minor. Then we have well, of course, here when we do the F first, we are in A minor, pure A minor. But then we have the D major, so then we are getting into a Dorian mode, if that interests anyone, I guess. At least not in the beginning of Deep Purple. I guess they didn't care what mode, they were just playing the minor and the pentatonic blues scale. And then we are here, we are in between A minor with the F and the A Dorian. And so that's the only riff, that's the introduction, and it keeps on, and the verse as well.
Read or write. He never read a book in his life.
The organ doubling the guitar. It's good practice as well. This, but you know, you see also I stumble a little bit on this. And muting is really important here. I guess you see I have many guitars here, but this one, most of them are all Harley Benton Thomann guitars, and the one that I use the most is this one, Modern Plus Strat style. The only thing in this particular song and other songs where you need the dampening, this tremolo bridge is troublesome because the strings are below. So if you put the hand here, you don't dampen the string. You need to get it exactly on the point to dampen it well. As opposed to the Floyd Rose, you just put the hand here and you dampen. And you move it a little bit back and forth to dampen more or less. Okay, back to the song. That was, yeah, I'll back to the song, or I'll go to another thing that I also use is the Moises Studio. Then you need to buy the song. I bought the song in iTunes. And then I can separate every part. So the interesting part is that I see here the bass. If I just do play here. It just plays an A, right? Yeah, that's what he does. He does the right. Okay, and here you also have the different. So if I go to, I will take away and listen to all of it. Go to the verse.
Really couldn't read or write.
Same riff. Second part verse.
Really got invited to parties.
Now you have the second riff. That's how I figured it out in the beginning, but that's not what is played on the guitar. But it's what's played on the bass. The ending on the guitar, it's so they don't double as they, well, I guess they normally do, but here it's a little slight difference in between the bass and the guitar. But the guitar and then is you have the, so now we are in E minor, and E minor Aeolian is the same as A Dorian because you have the F sharp. The only one that is sharp that is not diatonic note, I'm not sure what it's called. Anyway, that's the F. And here you get we get back to the beginnings of Deep Purple, so it's an E minor pentatonic blues scale. Black Knight is this exactly in the same spot. The guitar plays the little devil in music, the tritones. Flat fifth. Blue scale again. Ending the first time the riff with an ascending blue scale. So here it's also very important to get the accents with the dampening of the string. So with the Floyd Rose it's perfect. Yeah, I'm not sure. Simon McBride doesn't have a Floyd Rose, right? It's a PRS guitar, so, but
Black shit, twisted fit, he only ever went on.
well, okay. Anyway, then to go back in the
With the fancy his chances, and they call him American boy.
and in the end of the same riff and the second part of the verse, you have a descending chromatic scale. So it's like the beginnings of Deep Purple. That's why I'm so happy to hear this song, because it's like Ritchie Blackmore in the 70s. Space Truckin' is A minor blues scale with lots of pentatonics. This is just the A minor scale with a little devil in music again, the tritonus, and then pentatonic, like they do here, to E.
He got it blinded with quality, knew he had a special trick.
And then goes back to the same lick as before. And the bass is just playing the A, right? It's peculiar how the rhythm, it does these things. I guess it's on purpose, you know. I would thought that you want to keep it straight, but in the end, this sounds so much nicer than all the digital perfection that is always on. It's a computer machine gun here. Also, Simon McBride's playing. There is not only alternate picking. He does the legato, the hammer-on, the pull-offs, and makes it more lively, makes it more human. To me, at least. That's what my opinion. And then let's go to the second part. Well, then to the chorus. So this is called the chorus. Now we have to the C. And so if we're in C major, you know, the chord would be definitely C major, not C minor. You have A minor and then C major. But the melody, you still have the F sharp, so it's not in C you would have an F, but now you have the F sharp, so, and A minor will also be an F, so we are in Dorian. A minor Dorian. F sharp, G, F sharp, and I see on the video that he plays it there, but you could also play it on the third. And he used the tremolo, because it's a really nice effect. If we only do this, the normal vibrato is only pulling the string, the note upwards, so we just go above. But of course with the tremolo, I see Simon McBride uses this a lot. If you do this, then you go below the string, so you can combine it by bending the string up, but then going down with the tremolo. And it's the same scale, but now going up. A minor. So it's D major first, and then same melody. Now the bass player and the organ is playing in A minor, not the C major. Second time in A minor. It's a nice is, well, it's actually used a lot in pop. You play the same melody, but you change the harmony beneath the chord beneath. Because here you have the in the C, then you have this, the F sharp is a major fourth. Yep. That's the tritones again. the flat 5, and then the 5. But then in A it's a 6th. Enough theory, right? Same thing again. Let's go to the next one. Keeping on, and the bass is playing the C, right? Let's see if it's the whole time. But then the guitar is doing the shredding stuff. Let's hear. Or two guitars, one playing. That's the 5th of the C chord, the G, but then the other guitar. So the good thing here as well with Moises and also YouTube, I can do the tempo. I've done this before I don't have that such a good ear that I can tell what notes are, and I need to listen to it, and I listen to it normally in slow tempo. So what I do, I'm not sure exactly how to do it here, but I'm just putting down the tempo one by one. Of course, YouTube, you can choose half tempo, you can choose sounds like it's legato all the It's really difficult because of this change, and I think Simon McBride does only flipping the tip of the third finger, from the 2nd to the 3rd string. But of course, this is the hard part. So this needs to be practiced. It's a cool thing about these things. Also, you find things that are really technical challenges, and that's a good part. Oh, I will put this in my daily practice now. We practice slow, but not too slow as well. I think that when we practice, we need to keep also the speed, because otherwise, if we play it too slow, we might change the movement. That's what I've said sometimes before, that is, for me, technique is about mainly two things. We walk or we run. So this is a running lick, you know. So if I practice it really slow, just slow, this hand is walking instead of running, and I do it a little bit faster and faster and faster with a metronome, which is the traditional thing of how we learn technical. Well, that's what I was taught before, at least. To always start slow, and then with a metronome, maybe 4 steps up until you have it in top speed. But the problem by doing that is that you're just walking faster and faster and faster and faster, but you're not running, so you don't get to the top speed. So sometimes it's good to just not be too concerned about making accurate notes, but having the quick motion, doing the running motion, and your brain, I think our brain is amazing, so it will do the connections between the cells in your brain, the tendons, the muscles, to your fingertips. So in the end, even though that's a mess, in the end, maybe practicing like that, it's no, you don't learn mistakes. I think that your brain, our brains are so amazing that they will fix it. It's like saying that if you practice football or soccer, as we say, if you practice aiming at the goal and you don't hit the goal, then you're learning how to not hit the goal. And no, you just need to practice over and over again, and then our body, our brain has this amazing thing of if we repeat it, it fixes itself. But then again, it's the same scale. We have B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A. And then we heard the bass went down to A again, so it's the same as the chorus or whatever it was. It's C major and then A minor. And then the lead guitar has been repeating the same pattern 4 times, so it's loads of repetitions here in this song, repeating the same things over and over again. And then when it goes to they go to A minor, then it's that part also repeated 4 times. You start with a D, descending the scale. Also needs practice. Was 4 notes down, up to the C, and then 4 notes down, and then to the B, 4 notes down, and then just up to the G, and 4 notes down in the scale. And then I will go back to normal tempo here, reset. And then now we went to ending that instrumental part in an E power chord and the scream, 12th fret on the first string, and then 15 here, and bend it. What are the other guys doing? Yeah, you have lots of chromatism in the organ. Next part. Yeah, this sounds, wow, what are they doing here? These chords changes the whole way, but it's very simple. They just keep the same pattern. I guess I messed it up, but anyway, it's E, A, D, G. That's it. So it's just in the beginning following the dots, changing up a string. Mistake there. It was not the B, it was the B flat. So we follow the same pattern. 2 frets down. Yeah, it's the same. So if we do it on the 6th string instead, you see more how it is the same pattern the whole time. Ending on a C major. With the same melody. C. the tremolo part. But all of these nice melodies are in the same scale. Yeah, it is the, whatever you would like to call it, A Dorian or E minor. It's the same. E minor is just one note is sharp, the F. And the organ. Back to the same part. Really needs practice. But you could also, this guy, he also plays it perfectly. Nick Song, if you want to see his version, he plays it, but he plays the finger up here. And that's what I would also have done. I just see that Simon McBride, he plays it here. And he plays, in the beginning I played putting the second finger, but Simon McBride, he does the third finger flip. At least that's what I see from his video, their video. So I think he does it in the end it's finding what's easier for you, what fits your technique the most. I guess Simon McBride does that a lot, so that for him is natural, but for this guy, Nick, or whatever he's called, this is easier. And in the end it doesn't matter where you play it. In the end the only thing that matters is that it sounds good. So let's see. Go ahead. Same thing over again, but it goes up a note. Same pattern, but up one step and then again up one step. So it's just following the scale. This is why we should learn where all the notes are on the scale, not just one pattern. Because then I know that if I go here, this is the E, so I do the same scale. Go up here to the F sharp, and the C is here. Keep on, and we can make our own licks, you know. With the inspiration of Simon McBride, we make our own things and we steal it, use it in our own songs or whatever. You know, it's really cool. Like, so expanding it all over the neck, we have other qualities do the same thing. Going back to the same. Same lick as in the beginning again. And now, just doing it for this time, it feels more natural. It's easier. You know, it's getting into the muscle memory, I guess. And let's see. In the end, same thing again. Okay. I guess that's it for today. The first time I'm back in, I guess it's more than a year since the last time I was here. So and then, of course, now I do a little bit of everything. I've also started playing a little bit of the drums, the keyboards, the bass, and I also play left-handed, and I'm still keeping up my classical, even though that is what demands the most time, maybe. So let's see, next time I might be playing classical guitar left-handed. So long.